Now I want you to block her. But she's my teacher. I'm working on assignment. Oh, right. How do I feel normal? I'm a mom. I was walking in the hallway when I saw my son's girlfriend giving him a blowjob, but they did not see me. I saw everything, and his penis is huge, like at least 10 inches. I feel awkward around him now. How do I feel normal again? Well, if porn has taught me anything, the only option is join in. Beetle cars with daisy rims. Runs over someone cutely. Would it be better if women laid eggs? Would that mean we would lay unfertilized eggs each month rather than have a period? Imagine being at work and you have to lay your period egg. Oh god. Free lunch. How do boys pee with morning wood? I crack mine like a glow stick. Same. You gotta shake it a bit for best efficiency. So, does it glow? It becomes hella red. 3 to 5 unrefined fleshlights and a whole platter of cocktail shrimp. Jesus ducking Christ dude. Ultimate deal. Give me hand job, I will give you 10 bucks. Hello pig. Hi dog. Where are you headed? I'm going to the beach. What's a beach? There are kids to play with, water to swim in, and every human wants to pet you. That sounds like fun. I hope I'm going to the beach. Dog would later meet up with pig again a few months later in a can of Purina. Work smart, not hard. I'm always bricked up when I work though. Either construction or pornography. Preschool teacher. How the duck is Stuart Little 2 feet 3 and everyone thinks he's cute and smart, but I'm 4 feet 8 and suddenly I'm too pathetic to get into parties. What the duck? Stuart Little had a 14-inch cock. A bunch of Christians would shit their pants if tomorrow the existence of God was proven to be true. Christians if Christians are right. For me, it would give me a chance to answer an age-old question. Can you vor God? I was bored, so I played Russian roulette with my asthmatic friend. I am still not sure how to make the game more spicy though. Any suggestions? One is pepper spray. My man still has the PS1 graphics. What if, like, and hear me out, nobody invades anybody for like 2 years and we take all the world's military and science budgets and put them into bringing back the dinosaurs? Yeah? And then we use them for war. Lol. No, wait. Unfortunately there are people in our society. What can we do to correct this? Genocide. Holy duck, I caught my older brother watching porn. What do I do? Find out if he watches the same type of porn you do, and then you have something to talk about. I ducking knew that wasn't bird shit in my backyard, but no one believed me when I said it didn't taste like bird shit. I decided to wear a skirt today and literally had to dust cobwebs off it. Hope you're still talking about the skirt, mate. What's something you can say to both your rotisserie chicken and to your significant other? I prefer you without skin. What? Psych. My country has no black people. Hello, base department. Yes, this is the base department. New gen won't understand how deadly the whip was back in 2015. Was probably deadlier back in the 1800s. Thank you for loving me like no woman ever loved me before. Wow. This is the only food that every single person on earth calls by a different name. Alabama eggs, because it's in bread. Mum, don't watch porn, because it dehumanizes humans. Me who watches porn without humans. I too enjoy National Geographic. What do you guys think of microdosing meth for ADHD? My son, 7, was diagnosed with ADHD recently and got prescribed Ritalin. The problem is that the pills contain lactose, and we are a vegan family, so I won't buy them anymore. However, I still have some meth laying around and was wondering what dose my son would need to help him focus. Just laying around the house, you know, like a meth head. No one has any meth just laying around. Apparently vegans do. Google Florida man followed by your birth date. I'll start. Florida man says 3 syringes found in his rectum aren't his. I know mine by heart. Florida man kills neighbors with machete named Kindness after saying he would kill them with kindness. Your ex called you and said I still love you. Your last saved meme is your reaction. Not gonna lie, if my ex called and said that, I'd be very afraid cause she died last year. But Lord knows I'd smash. Drunk drivers whenever they see an innocent child. We've got to go through it. Normally I don't get but hurt at anything on the internet, but my 2-year-old nephew was ran over and killed by a drunk driver. Oh no, he went through it. I should probably change my PC's wallpaper now. LMAO, did one of them do something newsworthy? Oh shit, just looked it up. Who deserves the seat? Tell me who and why. C, because he's white. The front of a liquor store. At least they are being responsible and sending their wives instead of drinking and driving. Biodegradable cigarette filters with flower seeds. Help nature in 2 ways. By planting trees and killing yourself. Yo, can anyone fix it? Do a quick edit. And his friend. Hey, you going to sleep? Yes. Now shut up. You won't ever know the original joke. This just reminds me of how my mom tried to tell me a joke, but she couldn't remember the punch. Like, she said it would come to her and she would tell me it tomorrow. She died that night, so I will never know what she was talking about. Tragic, but it's kinda funny. In 1990, a 106-year-old Armenian grandmother was using an AK-47 to protect her house. Compensating recoil with Parkinson. Mini skirts are so fun, like oops my ass is out. Imagine guys did this and were like he my balls are out. What is the first thought you get after orgasm? Okay, now let's continue the autopsy. Oblivion remake breast enhancer mod. I'm working on a breast enlarging mod for Oblivion as well as an Ashik exploder. The game is completely unplayable in its current state due to the concerning lack of bust. I had some problems at first, but I'm about 70% done now, so expect to see massive honkers soon. IMK if you guys prefer huge or humongous. Same. This game is trash until I can shoot spells with my clit. Just failed Nopus November. Never mind, just drank it, we're all good. Microwave doesn't have any settings for steak by the pound. I figure I can just use the chicken setting, wrap them into layers of tin foil for the crust, and then microwave on hick for 16 minutes. The Last of Us star Bella Ramsey speaks on comparisons to the video game Ellie. Whether you like her as Ellie or not is kinda irrelevant. She should still never be bullied for her appearance, it's kinda ridiculous. The Choptivus. How do I replace this? These towers house about 5,000 people, and they don't fit the suburban theme of my city at all. Meteor. How do I keep my teenager off my setup? I never get to actually use it. Anyone else have this problem? Just have Shreks with your wife on top of your setup, and then every time he's using your setup just remind him that his mom was banged on that desk. Power move. Body riddled with parasites after eating raw pork for 10 years. So many friends. I summoned Kuizabus dragon, then have Shreks with it. I end my turn. She's got duck in handlebars. My poor dad was so proud of the watermelon he grew. Turns out it was a big ass cucumber. He was holding it like a baby, and he cut it up like one, haha. The human anus can stretch. The human anus can stretch up to 7 inches before taking damage. A raccoon can squeeze into holes as tight as 4 inches, meaning you can take almost 2 full raccoons up your ass. I bet the one who wrote this article has some experience. What you used to call these growing up? Booty ticklers. When threatened they roll up on a little ball. Then they are ridiculously easy to pop up in there. Then after a moment they begin to get comfortable in their new home and begin to crawl around. The light tingling sensation can be easily magnified into total ecstasy by finding him some more friends. Large octopus moving into a hole on the beach. I wish that hole was mine. I don't. The tentacles have little suction cups and I guess getting grabbed by internal tissue is kind of dangerous. Also, these things bite and are carnivores. Try it yourself, but I don't think it's a good idea. You mean the octopus will eat me out? People calling me Shrexist. Me who's not Shrexist, because sexism is wrong. Being wrong is for women. And I only hit them with my left. Cause women don't deserve rights. Bro, I love you for this. If you come across a bear, never push a slower friend down. Even if you feel the friendship has run its course. Sacrificing a slower friend isn't the way to escape bears, NPS says. Here's what is. This was clearly written by the slower friend. If bears are so dangerous, why are they friend-shaped? Still, it's a good initial strategy. My 5-year-old is obese. I have to lock her out of the kitchen. The kid became a successful Reddit mod at the age of 5. She'll be locking threads on the front page any day now. No, she only appears to be 100 to 200 pounds. You need to be at least 500 pounds to even apply to be a Reddit mod. I jacked off 4 times today, man, I miss her. Some kid is following this Twitter account to get some news on Pokemon Sword and Shield, and he sees this. You see this while driving at 3 AM. What are you doing? Whips it out. Let's see who runs first. Sea lion pups roll in sand to protect themselves from the sun. Pre-seasoned. Nintendo will kill your pets if you try to pirate their games. Zeus has died. Nintendogs can only survive in legitimate Nintendo DS cartridges. Yeah, that happened with me once. To try to pirate Smash for Wii and a guy from Nintendo came to my house and shot my cat. I know Hitler's cum type. Spit it out. No swallows. Biologist screws up. Mutant killer virus. Physicist screws up. Deadly black hole. Geologist screws up. Rock on table is now rock on floor. Artist screws up. World War II. In Germany it's actually prohibited by law to do the Hitler salute. Why, what happened? I think Hitler had a copyright. His fans can sue you. The third copy each. The problem is we start our day on cell phones, not on our knees. I'm not sucking dick first thing in the morning. Imagine you get shot and your friend with you, like, don't worry bro, when he jacks off in his hand comes and smears his nut all over your wound and it instantly heals you. No, I will not imagine. 22. Officer Judy Hopps, Zootopia 2016. To scale. Breast volume. 17.16 inch cube. Breast surface area. 16.1 inch square. How do you even explain this to God on the judgment day? This dude is ripped. He really is. Ripped in half, madam chap. Bro. Spoilers. Easter egg. Why is 69 afraid of 70? Because they once had a fight in 71. Sorry guys. 70 is a rumored cannibal, but no can prove who's 78. 78 my ass. Males of Reddit, when was the absolute worst time you had a random boner? Holding a weeping woman, who I was coming to realize I was in love with, during a funeral wake. I moved her to my side, but I think she knew. Morning wood. Joseph Seed, release me. Release me. The hamster inside my asshole, when it sees a flood of shit approaching. Humans have been sucking on more breasts as adults than as babies. Boobs are like toy train sets. They are designed for kids, but ultimately it's the dads who enjoy them. 5 guys doing some serious damage to my guts right now. 6 when I get there. What? Nah, built like child labor. Every woman's dream is to have a man like me. Man to man bro. Tell me a sentence a girl told you that is still stuck in your head till this day. Mine's bigger. I'm just 10. Can we fix it? No, Bob just signed the divorce papers. I'm pretty sure he can fix it though. Yup, all it takes is a Viagra. What was your most embarrassing moment in Shreks? Having a seizure in the middle of having Shreks. Stayed conscious, stayed hard, stayed inside, and kept going. Human vibrator mode activated. What year you all graduated high school? For me it was 2001. Now ask me why I didn't stop 9/11 duck y'all. 3 worst words said after Shrek's "You rule, Mom. I'm proud, son. You still alive." This Insta string. It's a tapeworm. Am I the only one that wants to step on the string? Imagine stepping on it and it immediately wraps itself around your leg and tries to enter your body through your pee hole. The weekly mandatory feet pics we send to the mods get pretty annoying. Don't be late again. I've sent you my foot moddy. Thanks, princess. What's a non-Shrekshul thing that you find super hot? Molten lava. How's molten lava isn't Shrekshul? It's our Mother Earth's warm discharge. Where is the worst place to lose your virginity? At your funeral. Died a virgin, but not buried as one. Sometimes you have to go before you can come. Your mom's profession. She's dead. Thanks, by the way. Where is she buried though? I just wanna pass my heartfelt condolences. Not if I give my heartfelt condolences first. Guys, relax. She can take multiple heartfelt condolences at the same time. Men who pee sitting down. Why? Because I'm in a wheelchair. Piff. Excuses. Just use the shop vac. Polish FM meeting the Indonesian FM. Did they 69? I banged 300 guys in a year. Now I have my sights set on new dating challenge. That's called working, not dating. Excuse me sir, but are you a furry? Absolutely ducking not. Oh well. I was just in the neighborhood looking for people to RP with, and I thought you would been down. But, stretches while showing massive fur cock. It's fine I guess. Babies are the most expensive thing you get for free. I don't know, cancer's pretty expensive too. You can't sell cancer. Using mind control to drive a car. Imagine a kid jumps on the road and you go oh shit, a kid and the car goes even faster. Boss texts on your day off. Leave the moneyed. One of my union brothers replies with a dick if management texts him off the clock. It's kinda sweet how you only get one life and you can just totally duck it up in the first quarter and then you get to sit and take the L for 60 years, haha. You can always just stop playing. A girl approaches you and says, "Pretend we're friends. I'm being followed." What would you do? Pretend that I'm her friend. I had this happen to me and we kept in contact. So now we don't have to pretend we're friends. Or, he hasn't let her out of the basement since. Yes, I got pregnant after having a train ran on me. Don't care how you all feel about it. If it's a boy, name it Thomas please. I'm gonna talk to my mom. Planes were invented in 1903. Trains were invented in 1804. Babies before 1804. Here comes the plague. So I suggested my girl that she looks great with long hair. She got upset and started screaming like you cannot sassy things like that to a cancer patient. Don't worry, she won't be upset for long. It's official, not enough Shreks can kill you. Having too little Shreks increases the risk of a heart attack by more than 2.5 times. Scientists have warned. We're all gonna die. So my sister was trying to make me live longer. Hold up. Sax fact. When she tells you that it feels like she's about to pee. What about when she yells pull it out, I think I'm gonna poop? The US Army wants to create biodegradable bullets that plant flowers where they fall. US school in 5 years. What a lovely garden. Look at all the flowers everywhere. It used to be a high school. Tell your mom to do some more anal on her OnlyFans. Don't assault the cameraman and stuntman. You'll remember when our grandmas used to make us nut before we went on dates, just to make sure we didn't have Shreks. Who is y'all? First world problem in Iceland. This is not the penis museum. Go back to Lorgavaga, the street, turn left, direction downtown, and walk 20 meters. 60 feet. It will be on the same side. You can't miss it. It has a big penis logo. Sincerely, the people who work here. In Australia we call it Parliament House. Describe your mom using your username. Inhale my butt crack. Something's wrong, I can feel it. Mom. Phineas and Ferb subscribe to my OnlyFans. Ferb, I know what we are gonna do today. Mermaids are real. They are delusions of Shrek's deprived sailors who mistook manatees for women. Manatee writes, Disney needs to tell the real mermaid story. A sailor ducking an aquatic mammal after being Shrek's deprived for weeks and bleeding from the gums from scurvy. Duck the fishy Disney. Duck the fishy. Fish are friends, not duck toys. If manatees aren't meant to be ducked, why did God make them so damn Shreksy? The object to your left is going up your ass. How bad is the damage? I read the post. I look at my left. My sister is looking at me with a smug face as she also read the post. Duck. I wish I was a cow eating grass in a field. No rent, no job, no college. Just moo. All fun and games until boy, 5, takes cocaine to school, says it makes him feel like Spider-Man. With great power comes great responsibility. Fun fact, pineapples have flesh-eating enzymes, that's why it feels weird after you eat them. It's eating your mouth from the inside. I always get a sore throat after eating pineapple. So if I insert annually, it'll eat my ass. How to get a guy to stop hitting on you at the bar. Tell him about your horoscope. Tell him about your cat. Tell him about your cat's horoscope. Masturbate furiously works too. Never forget when Mother Duckers thought the Avengers would beat Thanos by letting Ant-Man crawl in his ass. Funny enough, it's more likely that Ant-Man wouldn't be able to fully gigantify and would basically be crushed by Thanos' powerful bussy. Humans are made on beds, born on beds and die on beds. English teachers. I was made in a McDonald's men's bathroom. Then you shall die in the McDonald's men's bathroom. This song touched me in so many places that my uncle didn't. This photo is from 1955. It was called A Few Seconds Before Happiness. The child was starving, and his father finally brought him a decent meal. Golly, Bev. If her pussy smelled like fruits and flowers, he sprayed some shit on it cause real pussy smelled like the heat coming from the back of the PS4. Why did I go sniff my PS4? I'm not my parents' son anymore. I'm their daughter. Edit. Trans rights are human rights. Thought they sold you for a second. I shot my load into my stepmother's cake. I regret nothing. Abusive stepmother made homemade cake and frosting. When I had the house to myself, I shot my load into the frosting container. When stepmom got back, she frosted the cake. Later that day, I watched her and all of her mean abusive family eat my cake with cum frosting. Had a slice myself. I bet your stepmom would be less abusive if your fat 35-year-old ass would get out of her house. What's the best case of karma you've ever seen? There was an awful man who used to do insider trading and drive drunk. He thought he was untouchable because he came from a powerful family. Anyways, a man broke into his house and bashed him in the head with a hammer. Ex-cons of Reddit. What's the most terrifying thing you saw inside of prison? A dude got 2 full kettles of boiling water per on his head. And a convicted murderer explaining how he killed, dismembered with an angle grinder, then disposed of the body. It must have been tense waiting for that kettle to come to a boil for the second round. Do you think he ever does this? I heard somewhere, if Deidre was a female character, he would have been why I'm more popular. Fern Deidre can technically give herself a tongue job. I had to withdraw from school because of my PO. Just watch porn in class. I stopped doing that after high school. The duck you mean after. Point of view. You're peeing and didn't get out the last drops, so you low-key piss your pants. Bruh, this happen when I poo to her with me. You may be alone on this one. Sklat is such a gentle lover. Look how perfect the circle is. The rest of the peanut butter is astonishingly intact. And there's not a single pube mark on the top 10/10ths. I struggle to think how this would even be a thought in someone's head, let alone one they felt the need to share with people. Dick or balls, you must choose. For one you shall keep, and one you shall lose. What's the point of balls without a dick? An inbuilt clacker toy. I mean, they're not wrong. when your computer autocorrects Nazi scientists to NASA scientists. Scientist, huh, that's weird. This test rocket's trajectory falls short of the atmosphere and appears to descend straight onto London. Everyone slowly turns round. Wernher von Braun. My, that sounds terrible. I can fix her. We can be terrible together. Cringe post. Going to have to hit my son because of this. What is something you used to strongly believe that you don't anymore? Santa Claus. There ain't no sanity clause. Then who's the guy in the red suit who molested me? Checkmate. Oh boy. I might be gay, but at least I don't glow in the dark. Why does shooting make my period start? I know this is weird, but the past few times I've been to a gun range, it's made my period start, and I don't know why. Any help is appreciated. Poor aim. Her mom used a real airplane when spoon feeding her. She can blow out next year's candles. Her mom is Italian and her father is Pac-Man. Now what the duck is hide and freak? 8-year-old cousin just asked everyone at the party if they want to play hide and freak. Why is she sitting like that applauding like it's golf? The girl next to her seems more excited. Bro. Georgina has seen Cristiano Ronaldo naked. Nothing is more exciting than that. Your toilet is now sentient. Would you prefer it to passionately, exuberantly crave your excrement, or deeply resent and despise you for what you do to it? Why? I think I'll just use the sink. What did I do wrong? I can do better, I promise. Whatever it is you want. Do you want me to wear the costume? You can give me an upper decker if you want. I'll do anything for you. I'll be the dirtiest little toilet for you. Anything. Just fill me up, master. Please don't torture me like this. If I get cancer, forget about chemo. I'm hoping on every roid known to mankind and going out how I want to. Chemo might be peak for the cut. If animals can talk, everybody would become vegan. I mean humans can talk, but that doesn't stop me. I love human flesh. Just eat pork vero, it tastes the same. I knew a kid personally who worked at Wendy's. He was caught and admitted to coming on burgers to customers who had too complex orders. Ended up getting fired and getting hired at Steak and Shake down the road from Wendy's. Legend has it, he is still shaking his steak to this day. What kind of boob job do you want? Give me that. What do you want done with your remains when you pass? Assuming you're not immortal. Burn that shiz. Powder that shiz. Sell that shiz as protein powder. Hear me out. Dude, you can't have Shreks with the tomato. I will grant you 3 wishes. I wish the people who made smart devices that can only be used if they have Wi-Fi to get dry anal every day. Yeah. What the hell is up with that anyway? Good wish. You still have 3 wishes. My dishwasher always complains about not having Wi-Fi, but I tell her that's a reward for when she's finished her chores and not before. I'm not colorblind. I'm just built different. Are you British? No, I'm not that unlucky. A diagram of how John Edward Jones was stuck for 27 hours in Nutty Putty Cave before passing away. Glad I quit cave diving the day I was born. Never too late to get back in it. While love one, but eat the other. Yes, vegans. Why? First of all, dogs are delicious. Second, I wouldn't say I love my pig. Our relationship is mostly Shrekshal. There it is. Nobody would believe you. What if your dog one day just randomly said nobody is going to believe you and then never spoke again? Duck the dog in the ass and then say nobody would believe you. Him. She's probably cheating on me. Her and the girls. Ah yes. Girls goal. When you pull out of the Ganon Sea. I apologize for this tweet, Nintendo, please don't read this. There's hair growing out of my nipples. She can swing from building to building like Spider-Man with her Rapunzel-ted hair. Napoleon was buried without his penis. Not unusual. I think most people get buried without Napoleon's penis. Imagine her cheeks fluttering after releasing a massive fart, and you have your nose pressed against her red ring of death while you inhale the aroma. Point of view. My sister organized a bukkake and nobody showed up. I'm so sorry honey. I don't know what bukkake is, but this reminds me of a church event I took my granddaughter to last year. I made an entire basket of chicken, and wouldn't ya know it, no one showed. Oh my god Nana, please don't Google it. The first clinical trial of male birth control gel is underway. Get in the bed and get in these guts. Hold on baby, I gotta put my sunblock on first. Just because you fit doesn't mean you're in the right place. Those dang cave divers need to hear this. When I was 4 my brother pissed me off, so I beat him in the head with my wooden sandal and I knocked him out, but I thought he was dead. So I put a blanket over him and told my mom I had to run away and wouldn't tell her why. Morgue employee pretends to be dead for April Fools, gets cremated. Guess 2 people were fired that day. I guess one of them just burned out. Komodo dragon destroyed BBC camera after trying to mate with it. Usually it's the BBC that destroys you. Sir David Attenborough voice. And here we have the male attempting to mate with our camera. As a wildlife presenter it's my job to continue filming, but that's just an excuse so I can wank to this marvelous beast later. Kid hitting me with OK Boomer. Me hitting him with my car. Look at Richie Rich over here who can still afford the gas to run people over. Did 150 push-ups today. Wow, what's the secret? I just imagined you under me. Sorry black boys, only white men can handle this. On behalf of black men everywhere, we wholeheartedly support your decision. On behalf of all white people, we sincerely admire your graciousness. However, we will be declining your generous offer and adamantly urge that the Mexicans take one for the team. On behalf of the Mexicans, there is some jobs we won't even do. Maybe the Asians can take this one. On behalf of the Asian culture, we also kindly decline the generous act, as we are practicing our arithmetic, playing piano, and ninja flying arts. Maybe the Muslims have the answer you seek. On behalf of all Muslims, we are gonna have to decline the offer for the simple fact we don't eat pork. How it started. How it's going. Now she even tryna look like back. Wow. What do you hate seeing in porn? My reflection when the screen goes dark. What never fails to make you horny? I once got a boner in French class when the teacher showed a picture of a really tasty looking croissant. So don't think anything is off the table. Einstein calculating the radius of curvature of that ass. It was his cousin/aunt. Theory of relativity. Wedding rings are the do not disturb signs for the dating world. My face seems to be doing the job perfectly fine. No need for a fancy ring. You become your username for one day. What do you do? I'm a 3-year-old. Play with some toys. Watch cartoons probably. Spooky attic doll. I'll play with you. We'll be friends forever. I'd pay $20,000 to smell your butthole in a crypto of your choice. What the actual duck? Hold on now. Let him cook. Not interested in her pussy, just a whiff of her stinker. Assuming she is 18 plus and clean, of course. Would you beat me up for $25,000? $2,600 yes I would. $419 no I wouldn't, but I would if there was more money. $351 no I would not. Duck you OP, I'll kill you for a McDonald's Sprite. Whisper something dirty in my ear. Your feet. This is what the Animal Crossing developers think cool means. They're damn right, you ducking moron. There is only one thing girls want, and it starts with a P and ends in a S. Parkinson's. Walked in my oldest sister about to be railed by her boyfriend. Had to chase the ducker out with a bat. He's never coming back. She's 17 and he's 24. Just for clarification, 18 is the age of consent where we live. Sounds like someone's jealous. First look at Nick and Judy in therapy in Zootopia 2. Mandatory police therapy because Judy shot and killed 3 gorillas. What's a thing that all men do but never admit doing? Touch my balls when I'm alone. I also touch this guy's balls when he's alone. Trump's actions suggest a willingness to compromise on key principles just to secure a deal with Russia, which is a risky gamble. Just goon that don't bring in politics. Was dating a widow. First time getting on in the back of her minivan. And while she's riding me, her necklace with this metal cylinder was swinging and hitting me in the forehead. Realized it was a vial of her late husband's ashes. Is that technically a threesome? Exactly. You're gay. You're gay. You're bi. You're bi. It doesn't matter to me. They all taste the same. Especially in a meat grinder. Yum. Add some barbecue sauce with that. LGBTQ sauce. I hate how my phone will get those Amber Alert notifications that are ridiculously loud and impossible to turn off. Like I know she's missing, she's in my backseat. I miss you. I will return soon, my lobster. Love, lobster. Boys of Reddit, what's the most attractive thing about girls? Please don't say boobs and asses. Everything. Face, personality, demeanor, testicles, giant 11-inch horsecock. Everything. Yes, yes, yes. Wait, the duck. What is the most, and why the duck? Do you know that? Fact. Kids under 5 years will often try to hide from a fire instead of running. Firefighters find the bodies. My 6-year-old son is in a wheelchair, so I made him a tan for Halloween this year. What branch? Special Forces? Jesus dude. What are some unwritten rules at a nude beach? No teabagging the sandcastles while pretending your junk is 2 wrecking balls. Talking about the American dream in class, and the prof asked the one German kid if they had a German dream. He responded, "We did, but no one liked it." Clay workers could give really good hand jobs. Wait until they put their thumb in the middle to widen the hole. R/sounding would be proud. That link can stay blue. Ostriches raised in captivity sometimes become sexually attracted to humans. Imagine being the person who found this out the hard way. I wish I had a depression powered car. You no longer have depression. Damn it. It's okay. Just occasionally drive by schools to recharge. Premium fuel if it's exam season. What's an oddly violent fact that you know? If you drain the iron out of the blood of approximately 2,352 people, you would have enough iron to make a stable iron lance sword. Ferb, I know what we are gonna do today. Chris Pratt left his son and wife because his son is disabled, but he's still Lord. If men approach women, they think men are creepy. If women approach men, they think it is a prank or a setup. If women approach me, usually I just wake up. You think there'll be a joke in the next Spider-Man game about these two? The cops won't know which one to shoot. I asked the produce guy if I could try a grape, and he said he wouldn't care if I lit the store on fire with him in it. Ferb, I know what we are gonna do today. Duck zodiac signs. Which one is your fav piece? Bishop. Fits in my ass better than the others. Pawns are just a tease. Nursing school doesn't prepare you for the number of elderly patients who will casually confess to decades-old murders. The best man at my wedding was a murderer. You're an art model, does that mean you're naked? Yeah. Whoa, those lucky artists. Buddy, I don't know who started the idea that life drawing classes have anything Shreksy going on. Like, there's at least 10 people in the room and we are all tired and covered in charcoal. The dude in front, who's staring at my boobs, has been trying to get the shading right for 10 minutes. He's almost out of paint. He is crying. For the people who wear a butt plug to work, how do you fart? You let it build all day, and when you get home you crop dust your neighbor's front yard. Unless the pressure builds too much, and you accidentally fart while bending over and fire the butt plug like a bullet straight at a coworker. You wake up as a 40-year-old person and you have a wife/husband and 3 kids. What do you say? I'm just going to get some milk. Hold up. I need smokes. I'm coming with. Hol up. I'm coming with 2. No reasons, just leaving. What actor do you wish would stop getting roles? Kids of famous actors who clearly suck and are being forced into it. Keep my son's name out of your ducking mouth. How big of an age gap is too big in a relationship? I'm 32, my girlfriend is 22, we've been together 10 years. How do I delete a tweet? Mark Zuckerberg says Meta employees lovingly refer to him as the Eye of Sauron. I lovingly call my girlfriend an insufferable bitch. And my girlfriend lovingly calls me a creepy stalking asshole. Does she know she's your girlfriend? No. The girls' bathrooms at my school are so wholesome, like girls engrave "you're so perfect and you are enough" on the stalls and leave sticky notes on the mirror saying "you're beautiful." So now I'm curious. What are boys' bathrooms like? Jesus Christ. You are guilty for 100 murders. The police catch you and say that you will be free if you have a good explanation for them. What do you tell them? When the pilot asked for someone to help fly the plane, I didn't know he meant someone with actual experience in flying. What are some unwritten rules at a nude beach? Sunscreen at regular intervals on everything. It's my penis and I will apply the sunscreen as fast as I want. I wish I was a cow eating grass in a field. No rent, no job, no college. Just moo. All fun and games until. If you were in a room with all of your Shrek partners, what would you say to them? Please disregard the goat, at least until you hear the full story. I beg your pardon. My lesbian neighbors Eva and Julia asked me to help them conceive a child recently. They said they wouldn't mind if we did it the old-fashioned way, as they weren't man-haters. For 6 months now we've been trying, but I just don't have the heart to tell them I had a vasectomy last year. My friend got a secret vasectomy. Apparently it just changes the baby's color. J.K. Rowling getting ready to decimate her entire media empire of 20+ years with a single tweet. To be honest, she raises a lot of concerns that women have. The KKK raised a lot of concerns white people had. Guys, is this true? A man's ballsack can be ripped open as easily as you open a bag of chips. Jim a second. Okay, can confirm. You're not white. BFFR. Well, sorry, I don't actively research my mutuals' races. There are multiple tweets of me saying the N-word. I thought you were just racist. There is one 4th of July that always sticks out for me. 1997. That's the year my stepdad pulled me aside from the fireworks show to reveal he bought a grenade. He tossed it off a cliff and just he and I saw it. I started calling him dad. The man earned it. That was a dark year for me. Me and my dad were at the Grand Canyon for 4th of July and then, out of nowhere, he just blew up right beside me. What if you bite each other and neither of you die? It's kinky. What if I bite myself and it dies? That's voodoo. What if it bites itself and both of us dies? That's not causation, that's correlation. I don't know why my computer insists on us doing sexual harassment training every year when they haven't even bothered hiring anyone worth harassing. I don't know why they bother doing sexual harassment training either. I'm already good at it. Ezra asking this Geonosian his name and then just deciding to call him Click Clack is like if I met a Chinese person and name him Ching Chan. What's he gonna do? Tell his friends about it? Does anyone know what this light means? It's a limited edition glory hole. Friendly reminder that Nancy is the baddest in Bikini Bottom. Anyone have her rig? Mother Ducker lost the Star Wars. The most dangerous island. I watched this documentary a while back about this young guy who, despite being warned by everyone, traveled to the Sentinel Island as a missionary project to try to introduce the indigenous inhabitants of that island about Christianity. Well, no surprise that he was killed. He went to introduce them to Jesus. They helped him to meet Jesus instead. Looks like Vin Diesel's autistic brother Vin Petrol. I will not be taking a knee, nor will I ever bend the knee to anyone, except the woman I'm asking to marry me. Period. You've never had Shreks and it shows. Think my 2 children would disagree, to be fair. Should really stop shagging your kids. About a decade ago I had blood appear in multiple places around my house for about 2 or 3 nights. It ended up being a opossum with her babies had gotten in one night. I left the door open and I assumed the mom was eating her babies because I found a piece of one, and later that day I found the mom with 2 babies under a sofa. What a terrible day to be literate. Who would win? Every creature in Australia. Every Florida man. They would breed. It's official. Not enough Shreks can kill you. Having too little Shreks increases the risk of a heart attack by more than 2.5 times. Scientists have warned. How do all popes make it past 50? You really don't wanna know the answer to that one. What interaction did we have with the Japanese that made them think Americans look like this? I can think of a couple mushroom clouds that look pretty similar. My son didn't wanna do his schoolwork and stabbed our all-in-one with a screwdriver. Sorry for your loss. Is it an open or closed casket for the child's wake? To collect some easy ticket revenue, cop finds snow sculpture in the shape of car in a no parking zone. Cop becomes confused, calls for backup. So we can give it a ticket? Better arrest the nearest minority instead then. If you could duck any fictional character, who would it be? Deleted. Removed. Bro, she is like 7. A 7 or a 7? Huge difference. They said Dora the Explorer. So both. Which movie would you be dead within the first 10 minutes? I was discussing this with some friends yesterday. You know those movies where you just know you wouldn't last 10 minutes? Like, if I were in Jurassic World, I would probably be the one who, in a panic, locks themselves in the wrong pen and finds out too late that I'm surrounded by velociraptors. Saving Private Ryan. Yeah, defending that beach would be pretty challenging. The magnificent largemouth. And great for Shreks. Carp are the pinnacle for Shreks. This guy gill ducks the right way. What the duck is wrong with y'all? In Louisiana it's illegal to have Shreks with a drunk fish. Learn Jewish magic in our free online course. Free. Learn Jewish magic. You know it's fake because it's free. A roti editor sentenced to 11 years for wife's murder. Attack on wife. Shinjiki no waifu. Shinjiki no husbando. Even if the title in English is Attack on Titan, the literal translation of the Japanese title is Attack Titan. You have to fight one for $500 million. Who you taking on? Ali obviously. Might take me a while to dig him up, but should be an easy fight. I hate Squirrel Girl so much. If she doesn't have any haters then I'm dead. I love Squirrel Girl. We should breed and see what our child thinks. I don't care about Squirrel Girl, but I should watch you two breed. I love Squirrel Girl too, so I must join the breed to make the child tend to our side. How do you justify eating meat to yourself? I don't consider it to be wrong in any way, so I don't justify it. I just eat it. Steak, chicken, pork, all delicious. Animals wouldn't hesitate to kill and eat me. Why should I feel bad about it? There's starving kids in Africa and I intend to keep it that way. Now that was an unexpected response. I escaped war in Iran and immigrated to America just for my son to play dress up and kiss boys. Bring him to me and I'll set him straight. I'm sure that Reddit user femboy breeder 100 have no ulterior motives in this. What's a fact that makes you uncomfortable? We'll start. Your bones are wet. There's a moment during the cremation process when the meat is perfectly cooked. Since hot dogs are basically just pureed meat stuffed inside an animal intestine, a hot dog doesn't stop being a hot dog even after we eat it. We just become the new hot dog casings and that makes us, in a way, hot dogs as well. What's DP? Dwarf porn. The sun baby from Teletubbies is 27 years old now. I'd still smash. Still? What is your NSFW secret that you are proud of? I dated an armless woman who did more things with her feet than most women do with both hands. Gotta hand it to her. That's very impressive. Quite the feat. A second chicken jockey has hit the theaters. This comment is going to blow up harder than the towers did. The last thing you ate is what you have to name him. Dog. My mate was all excited saying he just got a Raleigh for 10 grand and he sent me this on Snap. How do I tell him that his watch is faker than the moon landing? Just say, hey man, we are good friends, so we can be honest with each other, right? I don't want to be rude, but I'd also want you to be honest with me if the shoe were on the other foot. So, I just gotta tell you, I'm dating your sister. Actually it's his mum, she's fire as duck, and he can't know that he's having a new brother. Thanks to his crazy friends, this guy now has a freaking prosthetic Nerf gun attached to his arm. Nerf or nothing. This should be illegal. If I bite into a donut and beans come out, someone is getting hurt. This is true, people. Just learned that cheetahs are really nervous animals, and some zoos give them support dogs to relax. Yeah, chewing makes me relax too. New influencer just dropped. Influencer plummets to death while snapping waterfall selfie. Her influencer career had a sharp drop and a sudden stop. Heteron has always been interesting to me. Why does it have a gender, but can't breed with its own species? You have a gender, but can't breed with your own species either. People are gonna duck that thing. I banged my mom's sister. Your aunt? Well, if you want to make it gross. You don't know me, but in 2012 I got into a car accident which left me paralyzed from the neck down. It's been a hard few years, but today I was overwhelmed with a soul-crippling urge to stand up and walk to the window just to throw this book out. What do you do during weekends? Cut myself, emo, hang with friends, get my nails done, flirt with cute guys, hang with friends, group emo. The Circle of Life. The movie you wasted your time watching because of hype. 2 girls, 1 cup. It was shit. You gonna cancel me, yeah? Gen Z me, bruh. You gonna cancel me, yeah? Jizz in me, bruh. Never ask a woman her age, a man his salary, groupie what the duck they were doing between 1930 to 1945. It was never a dress. Why is her cooking apron on backwards? My epilepsy friend loves this scene so much he's dancing on the floor, weird lol. Burglar breaking into my house at 3 AM. They don't know I just lost 10 rank matches in a row. They are getting promoted to missing person after I introduce them to the electric auto milker. When your girlfriend poops during Shreks. Man, what the duck? I know. Didn't save any for the rest of us. So selfish. Chessboard I saw at the One World Tower in New York City. Boeing to E5. When you go to a high school with 30,000 kids. Fastest way to get a nuke. When you are tired of people saying that you objectify women, so you pack your things and leave. PSA. Don't try to dispatch those bags on the airport. I had some issues last time. Never ending cycle. I'm hungry. I eat food. I feel the urge to take a shit. I visit the toilet. Okay, now do it counterclockwise. People who rarely get sick. What are your secrets? I ate rocks as a child. Norway is opening a whale watching museum in the shape of a whale fin. A place to observe whales. In my country it's called McDonald's. Parents who have disowned or cut ties with their kids. What made you do so? He ducked my wife. 270,000 views. It is definitely not over for bro. I know really, if I was him I'd milk that YouTube channel for as long as I could. Like how I want a 6'7" gothic woman to milk me until I pass out and I'm barely able to form a singular human thought. Your Shrek's life is now called The Last Thing You Watched. What's its title? Mission Impossible. The Boys. Mom jokes that are actually correct. Thanks, I hate this joke. My husband and son getting competitive while playing games. Husband said I ducked your mom. To which the son replied, I have been deeper inside her than you'll ever be. Father, son, but you're adopted. Son. I know. My favorite. They look like siblings. You're not gonna believe this. What? He's her brother. Oh, they are holding hands. So I thought they were like a couple. You're not gonna believe this. Do you think Elastic Girl felt pain while giving birth with her being so flexible? You think she just shot them out like a cannonball? I once pretended to have a psychotic episode and smashed a MacBook with a bat to keep my brother and his fiancée from stumbling across pictures I photoshopped of her giving birth to me. Japan is set to finally raise the age of consent from 13 to 16. They should not. Japan birth rates are already low. In Japan we don't say I love you, we say, which roughly translates to let us never be apart, and I think that's beautiful. We are having Shreks with squid now. Both sound like a Japanese thing. My dick rubbing against the IUD strings feel like I'm playing a cello. That's not funny, my uncle got killed by an IUD in Afghanistan. You know IUD is a form of birth control, right? Yeah, duh, he's in like 30 pieces, he's definitely not having any ducking kids. I'm a fan of dark humor, but that's pretty ducked up, Savannah. Cows get frisky in front of king and queen. That's what she does to Charles every night. What's the most baddest person in the history? My dad. He can beat up anyone, especially your dad. My dad had a stroke. Anyone can beat up my dad. People, my cousin is getting deported. Anyone who would like to marry her? Post her pic. Need to know if we talking big booty Latina or fridge build Latina. Fridge build. Tell her to enjoy the trip back. The English sounds funny, but nothing can beat Japanese. I mean, 2 big bombs and a prolonged firebombing campaign beat the Japanese pretty well. You're 4 inches inside Sydney Sweeney and Messi is 4 inches inside you. Are you moving forwards or backwards? Not able to move forward anymore. A voice of an angel and a head of an anvil. Hetcherine. Chernobyl Matt Damon. Teenage Mutant Ninja Pixels. Where's the rat? Turn your screen off. If you could redesign the penis, what would you change? Built-in vibration. Please, please, please. I once knew a guy who used to say the bedroom was the only place his Parkinson's was an advantage. What is your proudest fap? I once saw a post about a girl who was sad because she had cancer and had to lose her hair. She thought she looked ugly and disgusting with no hair. I fapped to her to make her feel better. Military wives when he goes on deployment. Theo. Alright, I'm a go cheat. This isn't funny at all. My girlfriend's husband is fighting for your freedom, so show some ducking respect. Happy birthday, mom and dad. How they got the same birthday? They're twins. I have a question for people with balls. How do you not sit on them every single time you sit down? Serious answers only. I cut them off cause I got tired of sitting on them all the time. A stray shot from someone yesterday almost hit my head while I was playing Apex. At most missed me by 3 inches and hit my left monitor. What the duck is life? Bro almost got third partied. Bella Ramsey's dad attended the premiere of season 2 with her. Even he can play Ellie and we won't even know. Hey dad, if you sold all of your Star Wars collectibles right now, we'd be able to pay for my surgery. As a Star Wars fan, he knows how to deal with a youngling. Duck the gorilla. 100 goth girls versus me. Me and 100 goth girls? I call this move the 101 Dalmatians. Are you going to summon one more goth? 9 months summoning time. Girls of Reddit, what is the hardest thing to explain to a males? When you fart and it rolls up into your vagina. I call them fart roll-ups. Exit through the gift shop. How to draw a crowd from nowhere. Lol, my dad used to do this, except there was no piano and he would just beat my mom. Atheist logic. This was made by orogenesis and erosion. Yeah, every good Christian knows that mountains are made when God takes a dump. Wait, how does he make volcanoes? Taco Bell. That and his last words would have been, you wanna see something? Oh wow. Like, if Trump had stood on stage said you wanna see something? And then his head instantly exploded. That definitely would have been something. His cult might have used it as proof that he purposefully blew his own head up and that it was all part of a greater plan. Japanese sword experts react to Ghost of Tsushima. Mark Zuckerberg reacts to Detroit Become Human. How do you sleep at night? I'm 18 and my girlfriend is 11. Going to prom with a German foreign exchange student. I need some fire Insta captions. He asked for my number. I said we use names now. Oh my god. God knew I was too powerful, so he nerfed me with autism. You lucky. He made me black. And this is my home planet, the Earth. No worries. We are a peaceful species. Just wait till we send a 16K ultra high FPS toilet bowl point of view shot of Jeremy Clarkson taking a shit into the stars. You'll pee in the shower. How else am I gonna wash my feet? With your tongue like a normal person. Oh no, I came inside of you. Katara, no problem. Katara, you are now HIV Aladdin. Nice cock. Good shape. Right amount of hair. A little small though 8/10. I would like to wait on my white on your face Saul. When bro's nickname is so iconic that his real name is just a myth. Fish fingers. She felt herself in class and smelt it. Amelia. People that are movie fans, what's your final thoughts after watching Space Jam: A New Legacy? There will be enough space in the cinema to choose your seat. It's not going to be jam-packed with viewers. So it crashed worse than Kobe. Me losing all my skills in a game I used to be good to at. Me. The 9-year-olds. That's why you gotta move on to things they can't do like drugs and alcohol. Cows produce milk. Bees produce honey. Women produce babies. What do men produce? Are 34 of all those previous mentions. You wasted 9 months successfully. Congratulations. Send this to someone who had a miscarriage. Movie ideas. A 90s bully is sent into the future to present day to a school full of trans people, TikTokers, and diversity. Jim, your lunch money gets shot.